Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to look at the expander in WPF. We have been working with WPF for quite some time now, and I definitely think as long as I keep finding stuff to make videos on, that I will continue to do so. Maybe throw in a bit of Python like I did before here and there, but I think WPF is definitely very powerful and definitely something you want to keep in your tool belt. In fact, I was looking at jobs the other day, not because I need one or I want to move or anything, but more so just because I enjoy looking sometimes and seeing what companies want. And there are many WPF jobs out there. So believe it or not, this is definitely a skill. I keep saying definitely. I'll try to think of some better words. But this is absolutely a skill that you will want to learn, and hopefully you find some enjoyment out of it as well. But anyway, today we're going to talk about the expander and what that means for you. What that means for you. How about that? Before we get started looking at it, I will have a link in the description, probably the first comment below. And it's a link to get Amazon Prime. It's a free trial if you don't have it. I think it's a 30-day free trial, if I'm not wrong. If you don't have Amazon Prime already, what are you doing? It's fantastic, especially right now when everyone's ordering stuff online. It's definitely beneficial to at least get the free trial. And if you don't like it, of course you can cancel. But it helps support the channel. It helps support me. And also it's a product I feel good, giving you a link to. It's not something trashy. It's not something that some kid is making a pyramid scheme out of. No, it's Amazon. So check that out if you're interested, and let's go ahead and get into it. So I got Visual Studio open, and we left off right with the combo box. If you guys didn't see that video and you're wondering what a combo box is, I definitely recommend. Here we go again. Definitely, I recommend you go check it out. Sorry, I got my water today. Usually I have coffee on this channel, but it's getting a little late for that, so decided to go with water. So, what is an expander? In a video a while back, I don't know which one it was or how far back it was, but I did talk about the scroll panel. And a scroll panel is kind of like a stack panel, except the content inside of it can be as much as you want. And the users can scroll through that and see all of the different content you put in that scroll panel. So an expander is a little bit between, I would say, this is just me, is a little bit between a scroll panel and a stack panel. You can't scroll inside of it, though. You can put a scroll panel, I guess, in an expander. But it takes up less space, and then it will then expand if you want to see the content. And it's like most of the things in WPF, I can't explain it too well, but I think it's better shown than told. So let's go ahead and make one, and then hopefully you'll get the idea. So we will go ahead, make a new item here in our XML, and it's called expander. Okay. So we have our expander, and you're saying, whoa, big whoop. Whoops, there we go. And let's put it, I made this extra row before the video, so we can put it in row with index 3, since it's the fourth one. So here's our expander. And now you can see in the previewer that I have here, this arrow at the left. And you're probably wondering, what does this arrow mean? Well, it's kind of hard to show unless we put something in this expander. So let's go ahead and put some kind of text. So we'll put a text block. And then inside of this text block, it'll say something like, I am an expander. And you can see in the previewer that it's shown here, right? It's not really hidden like I described it. So there's another property we can do, and it's called isExpanded. We can set that equal to false off the start. So let's go ahead and let's run this and see what happens. You can see that it's now no longer expanded like the previewer showed. And now if we click this little arrow, what will happen is it'll show whatever was inside the expander. Just like that. And if we want to hide it, we hit the arrow again, and we can keep hitting this for days, and it'll do its thing. So in the expander, we can actually put another stack panel if we wanted to, and we could put plethora of different things. We can put, maybe instead of stack panel, we can put a grid, and we can lay out a bunch of pretty things and maybe some buttons, some text fields. And then if the user is done inputting anything in this particular form in the expander, what they can do then is just hit the arrow, make it disappear, and they can continue on to the next one. That's what makes this fantastic. And it really lets you utilize space for maybe devices that don't have big screens. For instance, maybe you're working with laptops or on a Windows tablet, right? Running Windows 10 or something like that. Not a tablet, I guess. It's one of those... I don't know. I don't know what they describe them as, but anyway, you get the point. You want to make the most out of the real estate that you are given, and maybe in this instance you don't want users to scroll. You don't want to have stuff hidden, and maybe they don't realize they can scroll. And this would be a good way in order to, make the most of the room that you have. So there's a few more things you can do with the expander. As you can see, it's pretty basic. It's just the arrow and then nothing else. So let's say we wanted to make this some kind of section. Like I said, maybe this is part of a form and there's multiple of these, and each section has its own title. So we can actually give it a header if we wanted to. And let's say this part of the form is the basic info part. Info. So now it has a title right beside the arrow, and as you can see, wow. Alright, so let's just put some content in there just to show. I'm just going to start typing some nonsense, and we'll hit start. And now you can see, whether I expand it or not, that header will stay there forever, in perpetuity. So it's a good way if you're making some kind of form that you can go ahead and divvy up your form into different expanders, and then when the user is done with this part of the form, they can go ahead and minimize it, basically, and make it hidden so they can have more room to fill out the rest of the form. So that is the expander. That's something you can do. Feel free to play around with it. Put a bunch of different things inside of it and watch it just disappear before your eyes. You are the digital Chris Angel, if you will. So thanks for watching, guys. Pretty basic, yet again, like most things in PDF, pretty powerful. So definitely something you'll want to keep in mind if you're making a nice user experience. And you're taking into account how much screen real estate is available. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That will do it for this video, and I will see you as always in the next one. Take care.